Alright guys, woke up this morning and obviously as you can see now it's snowing. Did not know it was going to snow, but it is around that season, so why not? So it kind of changes my game plans up a little bit. Now I want to let you know that it is deer season here. So I try to not shoot as much during deer season. I've talked to several of my neighbors and I try and let them know, you know, because I know they hunt along some of the property lines that I'm on, and I always tell them that, you know, oh, if you ever hear me out shooting, just let me know, or if it's deer season, I'll try and reduce the amount of shooting I do. So I just wanted to kind of do a video today, kind of going over this scenario right here, and what it is. So, you know, you've gotten to where it's snowing, and you're in your typical gear, you know, browns, greens, whatever it is you wear. Obviously, it's probably pretty uncommon to be wearing snow camouflage of any sort. You know, my rifles are definitely more colored toward greenery, which this one's painted, and obviously we've got the newer optic on there that I did the other video on. And by the way, the 1:8 eye relief has been really good and clear, so enjoying it so far, and I'll do another video on those obviously. But there's not much white on here, so as this snow comes down, I'm going to start sticking out like a sore thumb, pretty easily, I'd say. And one of the things that you need to be prepared for is this kind of scenario. So my advice to you is during this season, when you know the weather is going to change and have the possibility of snow, you need to have some sort of ability to put on something that covers you if required. So this is the bag that I carry every day. It goes in my vehicle, it's always with me. It's got a bunch of gear in here. I have not done a video on what's in here. I don't know. There's lots of videos of what people carry. I may someday give it a breakdown on this, but one of the things I do is I assess when I start getting into certain seasons. I actually do change some of the items that are inside here, and I make sure I have something that can kind of cover me in different scenarios. So this is the small little snow bag I got, and this is fairly cheap. I mean, this is cheap. This is stuff you can get on Amazon or wherever, and it's cheap enough that you should have one or two or maybe three. There's nothing wrong with these things. So tape. I've got the self-sticking camouflage tape right here. You can quickly wrap some of that around your rifle. You should be able to cut it, tear it, or whatever. If you can't cut it, why are you not carrying a knife every day? That's your problem. You need to be carrying a knife every day. There's no reason not. The same with the flashlight. There are two things you should always have, so no excuses to not be able to cut this. Then you've got your white tape right here, which is just basically white electrical tape, which you can also wrap some of these areas off with to, you know, get them more of a whitish color. And what I would say is that's a pretty bright white. I don't know if you can see in the video the difference between that white and the snow. But if this is too white, I would just get into the dirt and just rub some dirt all over that once you got it on the rifle, and that's going to dirty it up pretty quickly. So, but other than that, what you also need is this pair of style of camouflage, and these are pants that you can slip on over what you currently are wearing. They are noisy, so I don't like that part of them, but if I'm just looking to be covered, you know, this will work pretty well, and this is just the top, you know, and they slip on pretty easily, I'd say. It's been a little while since I put them on, but shouldn't be too difficult to put on. So And this being pretty white and grays and whatnot may be too much as well, but you know, you could always get yourself some other kind of camouflages to put with this. But this is just a quick scenario kind of item, really good to have in your possession. You know, and you always want to make sure that you're prepared for all kinds of different things, and this may be one of them. You know, needing to get a little bit of coverage. So, you know, I think keeping yourself prepared, being ready for all scenarios is a must. And you know, always be mindful of your gear. Always check your gear. Always watch what you're doing. Always see what season it is and see if you're ready for that season. Because things like this, where you could wake up one morning and hell, there's snow everywhere, can happen and do happen. So, you know, just a quick little video on my opinion on that, and we'll get into that some other time maybe. And of course, as the winter goes on, there'll be more times where it'll be snowy, and I'll do all kinds of snow shooting in the snow. I'm not going to today, as I think today, or one of the days, is the first day of rifle, and so I'm just trying to be mindful of my neighbors and not bother them too much. They're pretty forgiving the fact that I shoot as much as I do anyways. So enjoy, and have a good day.